Not music, but sound. The thought God Zeusing around beyond the moon and the clouds. The lightning over greyly drifting ancient influences flasheth, though times we'd always thought kindly change. And Pokemons, as the poet so crudely once called them all, evolve. Pikachu, the Negro I might once have been, speaks through me, though I am not him. So Pikachu is the father of the man. What of that? What's up with that? Fuck that. And every robot wrestling angels, where most persons would scream for your Burger Kingly Golden Han Solo in Carbonite Pikachu wrestling angels. These clouds advanced the comical in its gravity oracular word. The black V more valid than one bird. Sound. The kill intelligence with stupidity, the fact of it, in a white strip across the black canvas. Kill intelligence, the drip of weather across the tipped Lexus windshield. Intersectional feminism, winter's leftward metaphor. Kill intelligence, support such canonical black faces. Shakespeare, the basketball Latter-day chattel slavery, the black shapes shadow puppets Vancouver painted over, the thoughtfulest graffiti and commercial and Napier, the tongue dipped in his taste, the bubbles and ripples in his paint. The painter wasted off triple the drugs, his painting acrylic as fuck. His eyes, eggs are blinking mouths, the whites of the day spilling out. Nightwood serves the nightly beaver. Kids awake at night when they shouldn't be playing with Zeus's lightning. Just playing, writing these daily white MCs in the language of psychiatry. Just a hanging from up high in the tree. The truth all accessible in one blue capsule, such fucking bullshit. The human gamut in one mood collapsed to lower the number of definitions. Indignation and ruth and sass, all one-worded. Hypnotized by a beautiful ass underground railroad. In flight to Canada, not by Plato's. Wisdom dies, blues and jazz unforgettable. The limerick and haiku will last. Didactic poems had their day. It's rock and roll Saturday. A white music savage drum circling. The real names behind Vancouver's mask unearthly. Graffiti tags espied as we've roomed past the reinterred rapper. The street rapping, diegetic music. These crashing cyclists on their truths upended back into life as we were used to it, but never word. Abstracted from the mind of beauty. These lines in their expression delimit, redefine what an impression isn't. The green blotch of acrylic, a leaf caught in the current. These thoughts, or were they, should be seen and not heard. Stay, keep calm and do not overflow with observance of the porpoise below. An oceanic portrait of Poseidon no man could hold in his mind if this eye can't. For the Emmanuel Kant of me, get a good enough grasp of her meaning. Please shut that woman up. It's all embarrassed to me, her ladily labial, to my farther reaching cable and its incoherent tangle. It's gratifying to be seen and represented in black life, the realer wisdom of its nether sector. Fact in white, realism expresses itself, and that's why we need to kill intelligence, kids. Fact in white, realism expresses itself, and that's why we need to kill intelligence, kids. Kill intelligence. Kill intelligence. This is just to say, we've used the pixie dust you'd left atop my copy of Little Green Christs, my sci-fi musical biopic, Green Power or Powder. It's climate change reversing property, yours or ours. Soul, of the universe, forgive us. It is a moral dust, so deep and so cold. His leafy green kinship. With the leaves he means in his skin's English, under the right conditions, becoming white English, but in this light political. What a wiser, heavier color to hide among his brothers. My aim is right on. A vibrating bicycle crawling over passages of Shakespearean value, adopting his patterns and break beatitude. Moving the crowd as a rumor, as truth through the clouds of serious cumulus, and accumulating cirrus, paling in seriousness to the faces of mimes, hallucinating space-time, illusory and boundless. Downhill, the vowels shift, the verbal chameleon danceth on the beat, bicycling like a ventriloquist, to flout the Copernican music, face the rabbit, as Jordan welcomed to the Space Jam. Bowing before the new math, pick the power chord or free jazz, sniff cocaine or sniff meth, pick a lane and swim in it. It may seem unfocused, his way absorbing all hues of Drake's song, going back to 1840s harmonica blues, and rap from the 30s, Andrew's finger pointing backward, pointing back with a thumb to his musicians, and rubbing the room's clitoris, the point of language, ein arche, ein hologos, the pointingness of painting, in Baruch framed loco, the Freudo-Lacanian, a cocaine-sneezing scientific genius, raving between the lines of his treatise. But if language be the mind's epidermis, mayhap the weirder style be his purpose. Chameleon's kin he wore of poetry, the pieces he lived with for mostly, in order mostly not to be eaten. Dawning in Eden, orange over the golden stream of hip-hop edicts. From the laurelly chosen people, Drake and his equals playing God, J. Cole and even K-Dot. My language the small chameleon skin, like paper all revealingly dense my body. This trail of dots misleading you thence unto this wobbly, because we're autopsy tipsy moonlit glade. The floor whereon you sit awake before my coffin new displayed to my gaze, whereupon we do startle ourselves upward in bed, inside our dream too puzzled to work through the depths of chameleon fabric, il miglior fabbro. Black thought, poetic materials rassled to the floor, not by bloggers but by walkers of the language Saturdaily, with the hash pipe and the crack pipe inexactly like conflated, the clouds of his bite clouds from a pipe crack high-pitched. Scientific, like the grass and white powders I do sniff, peer pressure as Merriam-Webster white literature, rules of grammar, time, skeleton, and human manners. Why, bitch? To survive as women, pride and prejudice, white as Hitler and rhyming with Ellington, white as Bill Evans, diamonds in his every twinkle in the twilight of everything. His wheels spinning infinity, this chameleon skin, the silver screen, all Twizzlers and popcorn atop the commercial scene. The billboard he longboards before unseen, a songbird of nocturnal warmth obscene, the lion's mane, fierier than a climate deranged, the style changed, echoing the pollution. West Side Gun's name everywhere, the solution, his cult of squares, reflecting that music so that rap stays fucking backwards and stupid. Cash rules it, making Eminem money, crime money. Cash rules it, making Eminem money, crime money. Crime money. Crime money. Crime money. Microphone check. Does life flow? Yeah. Through the rhyme so adapted. Writing over text. Messages as icicles hanging over the lightning's goal. Your head striking so correct. Ignited golden death. Microphone check. Microphone check. Inking as in Baruch to King Charles, this inking onto paper to the twinkling stars, reading into thought the poetry of regicide, learning to see into commodities deep inside, the heat wave, weather humid, precedes the spray of revolution, in a splash of lemonade modeled in the elegance of its abstract painting on these blobs, which were lemons, possibly yellow, the fruits mid leaves, another notch in his belt, intuitively rapping for God himself, the truer Jesus. I stand before an audience of M's, these loser dreams. Your raps are all preachier than prose beneath radical bars seeming to flow surreal. A vote for me is a vote for the people. 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 Your candy bar teeth devoted to meaning. Break me up a piece of that groovy global dream. Man-made as music and poetry. Was there truth in his fanciful tales of UFOs forming life anew? From his mashed potatoes, or potatoes, with the fork and knife to encounter soon aliens. Yo, sacred Baruch had the foresight to 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 form an opinion, kicking in the door, light pouring in as local cops practically breaking into the stovetop crack. We tasted friends, so the blowjob to language, so they to then. Poetry lost to podcast entertainments, holograms and masturbation. As modern man saddens into its ancient post form, from Rousseau to Hobbes ran the black students backward with a laser or a pick, undoing the lot, so we can access the hidden words within his phrases. Phenomenology's janitors trepidatious. What if it's not really Andrew in there, not sacred? The drunken thought of a Camus naked, lunching on the comedy in Hamlet's speech, wasted to be or not to be, fucked off rocks and trees, meaning crack and weed, tasty. Another monkey frolicking but relaxedly languid among the body of Vancouver City, shapeless. I'm not the baddest MC on Hastings. It's just a hobby, but godly fudge, chocolatey, sumptuous, the philosophy. We splash beneath rainbowing. In the language of poetry, rays of solar me 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 ocean of peace, strange to them as Mozambique. Into the looming tomorrow. Yo, humor, not sorrow. Bunny rabbits jumping October onto January's frosty frozen furs, till the past looks more and more like unto the imaginary gold and myrrh. Come see Andrew drunk and stoned his unfreedom as ants crawling under the clover. These raps ufologists hunt over. Green panties, the water's gushing through. See the land beneath all sumptuous. It means God's coming, trimming the forest in preparation for a visit from the Lord encircling his spaceship. Green signs the trees like flat tops, the yellow signs yielding a bad crop, the red signs speaking back to us. Stop, the people need, and the channel must be seen and not believed as the Black Holocausts. Weebly speaking as the Mac-O, Super PC as the 3PO chatbot, letting a sigh escape. Perhaps I saw the Jedi Siths, lasers zap, sawing metal signs in half as the zapping sound. Empty-eyed as the man dead in Dachau, as they pry into my academic background, filmmaking and journalism at Dawson College. So his university days in Toronto might stay devoted to Dante and Maximus UBC, where he'd haunted many classes as an unclassified robot or slave of the classics. A creative writing certificate from SFU, mere glittery ice no simpler than the music of the spheres, till lightning hits the truth where it can feel it. In its likelihood's looming elephant ears, the sky purple. To Bloomer it was cheerful, like words, stars strewn through the fucking universe. Yo. Stars strewn through the fucking universe. Yeah. The fucking universe. Fucking universe. Fucking universe. The fucking universe of necrotextuality. 101. What is the Thanatom Nampnumenon? The Thanatom Nampnumenon. 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 The foremost concept of this music, son, Thanatos, Greek for death affixed to noumenon, denoting Schopenhauer's idea of the will. Between the two I've placed mempneuma, meaning breathed memories, beliefs, plastic. Sometimes a penis is just a phallus, and death is but the Thanatomnet noumenon. This Thanatomnet noumenon. This letters fall at random into their patterns, raindrops in the puddle of percussion. The divine beatboxing nothingness. These lines redraw the structure afresh. Freestyling wrong, let me give you a tip. Tap the Mau Mau Rebellion Xenoid. Pax Britannica heavily breathing through the joint. Death deep within the point left in the hemispherical bowl. Bringing a flame to the world and inhaling the words as Thanatom Numenologists. Interrogating negrotextuality. I mean necrotextuality. Slip like the Freudian entrance of xenoidal truth. The death wherefrom worlds do rise in character. So stylized, phonetic to a point, yet ironized, ever by some xenoidal pre-foam. Intimations of the real, the ghost, holy in the fields of foaming hate circles. The faithful paid in Andre Imbara shekels. Every unfolding note a page worth 1,200 cantos of the memoir. my money, of my own nouvelle Martian country. Rebelled and borrowed, drunkenly lifting another yellow lemon jelly tart to his drunken lips, breathing the universal seeing through death alive with its own being, our floor and our ceiling, the Thanatom Nempnumenon, the Thanatom Nempnumenon. It proceeds and makes possible the Tetragrammaton, the Thanatom Nempnumenon. The Thanatom Nempnumenon. The Thanatom Nempnumenon. The Thanatom Nempnumenon. Yeah. This project was recorded on the territories of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, Squamish nations of... The man taking condoms from a plastic tray solemn was Andre Mbarashek, Saturday Nocturnal, Phronimo poetically, rapping the following, centuries shadowy neath his observation. Eco-texts manifest as hate circles, excluding the xenoid, the strange and unwordable, dreamy wet laughter plays in the whirlpool. Continuum. 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 The signs of protest awakening in her soul. Hate circles can't work alone. It's a continuum, a contiguum, yeah, a world of foam. The hero captain boldly stepping lunar gravity, be damned through heaven, through the Canada, beneath Canada, cold nether sphere. New rappers breathe in gasps. It's no breath in xeno reality. We can't just throw endless free black words Afro textual into the deep answerless chorus of dreamed actually warmth. No love in the miasmatic foreignness, surely as the structure of VGH sorry, a quaking under Vancouver's Sorrow text, a 6.8 on the Richter scale of indigeneity. Writ not in language, but writ in sharp pain and grief. The joys, contrapuntal flattened underwords. Joyce beneath the loafers of Dubliners. Noise we unload from the Nycto clouds. Lightning chauffeured by thunder now. Thor drunkenly howled. His lager doubled amusement, no Nycto doubt. Like a Chausson's encore, no Mozart in all his glory. The light we never really respected, though, ignoring Whitey's heliotextual realm. As, writing with the pen in his left hand, his right hand held her left hand, he cites panthers and leopards as the catalysts. Red book, like a meowist, pouncing upon his prey with two praying paws. O language wherethrough we change the laws, chained together black, how the soul breaks rocks. Yeah. Yo. Nyctophrenic, windowing, electric in English sentences and invisible nectar. His villanelle went there. We want a materialism dialectical. Trees talk and don't listen. Divine emerald polished to the flickering sun. Ungently hot on a nigger's back, bent over cotton, picking his samples as Joe Budden listens and laughs with his co-host Solomon and his distant black eyes read postmodern literature in the castle. Why? On the avenue there's a riot going on. It's got Andrew on the side of those fallen. Black pond with a white glow upon it. The savage swan's a migrant, wanted fresh lyrics, dead spirits in the detention near us. Lightning hits, the tail sound in fury signifying white bliss. The slave's mouth pierced with signifiers of whiteness. Occult in his clearing and improvising like this. All exotic and alien and ebonics laced with puns. The xenotext not there-ness shaping us. Jesus and Paul where Judaism was, illuminative, the rays of Ra, as music tastes go soft, the soothing language of law. Who would break such a knot, leaving an envelope full of his breath, the guffaws, xenotextual? Oh yes, God speaks in extra-linguistic, thought-revealing dress, the soul's a slut, longingly dressed in holes, xenotextual. Upon the river's relentless flows, the Caucasoid knowledge of self-imposed, structured as if pottery, as if prose, indelible. His bottomless leaden load in letters impenetrable together, love. Trembling in the cold, the dregs of his poetry better than some, seminal, special, and precious stuff canonical. As the thug rapped on and on, so that someone could grab your wallet and run. As if prose. He cites panthers and leopards as the catalysts. Red book like a meow. Pouncing upon his prey with two. C'est la mathématique, mon thème, antique sacramentir dans la lune, l'air sans ni clou ni lumière, en graffiti leurs arcs-en-ciel, bizarre en baroque, une langue écrite en une encre, and on until the break of dawn, en une encre, c'est la musique mon thème, comme l'arbre en lumière, comme écrit un baroque de l'enfer, where and all were equal, it really ain't hard to tell que Flaubert n'a pas l'âme de la lettre, comme se soumettre à la lettre, les blagues en une encre incroyable écrit en une encre, staining pointlessness needful, lamer than cloistral secrecy when it comes to coming too close to belief to be free. Oh, the slam type snap their fingers, so dramatic like rappers when they rap about killing folks. Tous les sujets étaient également plats en école. L'objet nous sommes une musique, homme tout ce qu'on en une encre et sur l'écran le mur du musée de l'amour suprême sacrament. J'oublie la trajectoire du rap, lapis lazuli, c'est la Viagra en une encre till the break of dawn. Energizer la paix en lumière, l'écume de l'histoire, c'est plume en une encre, l'écriture of the feminine redistributed, une lecture écrite en les yeux d'Odysseus, going ridiculous, letting the suitors have it, letting Vancouver become blacker, more legitimate. C'est la guerre, mon thème amérindien, africain, l'âme en enfer, amen, des Européens. Sacrement, ma femme en une encre, till the break of dawn, en une encre sombre, c'est que c'est Satan who walks with these police. Je t'aime, tes chansons et tes ronfles, sweetly dreaming. Sacrement, ma femme en une encre, hotel, motel, sidewalk, work from dawn till dusk. Alright. What? Oh, blackbirding. What's the song about? Well, it's a song about fetishizing blackbirds, innit? It's a blackbird flying. It's a blackbird flying in the chapters of Leviathan, and a cat turned lion, backwards lying in his cage, relaxed like, watching blackbirds flying, but he can't learn their environment. The land firm beneath his desire, 'cause his tiny little legs, he can't fly. Blackbird sweet as cider, black metaphors for pleasure. If my skin was sporting feathers, then I'd do the same, blackening the sky. Ornithology vajazzled these swarming pterodactyls. In a foreigner's hexameter, the mind his speech contained. The pantomime, a form and meaning magnified, foraging feathery for rats and mice. Sorry to breathe and happy to write for the sequel generation, Avatar 5. You know James Cameron's Canadian. They pride themselves on racial sensitivity and their tender, i.e. weak, cocks. I'm a cleverer humorist than Stephen Leacock, and it's universal unless the Negro's not universal. Why the Negro not universal? Why the people all real but the Negro experience-wise? Was it gratuitous violence, black human birds in the sky, these magic cuneiform signs? That bird's right, fit in it. That bird's right, fit in it. That bird's right, fit in it. bird's right fit in it. Fit bird. Yeah. That bird's right fit in it. Great tune, songs inside Canada, the pub alive with pandas slipping on the balaclava like latex in English. Abraham and Bantu entereth, disturbing the rabble in his sacred perambulations, pouring an amber vagueness, a further lager down his language. White blackness like Baudelaire's mistress, these pandas bipolar and barely limericks to his Iliad. In a swivelly chair spinning his nigger ballads, the caribou tap dripping an apartheid where through my raps live in Baruch's life. Iambic car swishing by divine through sighing rains obscuring starlight. A few small migraines sparkling like the truth, it's alright. The law's whiteness until you knew what the different darknesses were like. The pub alive with these bipolar Zibraic drunk drivers of irony into its grave. These mustachios so stylish to those ladies as elastics broken in time to a great tune from the 80s. As Big Daddy Kane in he came swaggering, tickling open minds, his fingers in their brains again, lifting to his language a little of that grey matter indigenous to whiteness, differently awake to Canada, like beavers slain in cold blood. These verses made a groovy hat. Yeah. Alright.
Nice tune you got there.
Yeah, you might even say it was a kind of great tune.
Well, you might say.
I would say that. I'd say it's a great tune. It's a great tune. Nice tune. No, it's a great tune.
I wasn't saying it's not, but it's a nice tune. I'll give you that.
It's a nice tune. You give me it's a nice tune. Why shouldn't you give me it's a great tune? It's a great tune.
Great tune. Just pulling your banger, trying to take some piss.
Touch my dad for £5. 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 Lynched by the grand dragon of poetry, I must be rapping right. Black and white is all she wrote. Less popular than the oak tree, calling whiteness not Quixote. In its cycling across all of poetry, deciding what is and is not holy. All shades of night obsolete. What's life for, if not a beauty undecided by the juries? Awarding microbreweries, speaking in a tongue, lapping up the tasting flight fluently. Our night at the movies, sneaking in and out like snakes along Vancouver's streets. Raccoons creeping as clouds, a dark roast, prepared pour-over style. His carnal therapy, a moral or nihilism. In Baruch at parallel 49, the stars aware of the form in their spiraling, all careless, since the formation of time, space, the final frontier, phases set to rhyme, to mock, to mirror. The violence of some readers, so against the French press, roasting the head roaster to death, and our baristas all gone, and electrical thread connecting these to thus, the way we conduct speech, don't touch. Something wrong, don't hesitate to speak up, but please don't touch these electric manacles. That's for the villainous Afro pessimists to touch. Sorry, if you're not black, then it's another story. Graham Greene's the power and the glory. Red truck lager she holds as her two minds, one black, the other Americano. The sharecropper's soul, splashy, effervescent, collecting hops and prose, a bourbon on the rocks with snow, inscribed within the foam a latte ghosts, elegance wilder than Afro-pessimism. The priciest watch exposes its mechanisms. Press pound for a signed photo, his Ezra's image. In the frothy oat milk, in the lager with foam in it, to the poet raps a depressing row unfocused, and tapping espresso grounds embark soon delivered his double long. Another song, another IPA verbose, the cappuccino I'd like today, thanks. The poetry's flat white taste, so upwardsly woke the hot steam and scent, so poetic of roasting coffee. These heavy burlap coffee sacks on pallets, words as gaps in the Pontiac's blackness, dents induced in the doors with direction from Malcolm X, whose force was always the weather's, always already there. Yellow, orange, red rays electromagnetic quanta quivering as the jelly or thought of Negrodom. White genocide at the subatomic level. White genocide at the subatomic level. Touch my dad for £5. Touch my dad for £5. Touch my dad for £5.
Boy, I got 462.
No, touch my dad for £5 exactly.
Come on, I talked him down last time to £3.
Touch my dad for £5. Touch my dad for £5.
Yeah.
Yahweh was a flower full of being fleas upon the nape of a howling wolf speaking English. A dog in a cage sounding fully diseased, his teeth twitch, leaky-lipped, on his way to the pound to deliver a speech. As continents adrift beneath the sky, goggles affixed to his eyeballs, the freed salmon uncertain. No bestiality in the whirlpool, knowing reality virtual. The sight in these pupils unattached, green lighting your wheel silver hubcaps. You turn from an ovary unto the point of conception. The seat-belted poets, these embryos in existence. Ambiguous the fetus in ultrasound reasoning with love out the pelvis in letters beginning to write. The gestation of a midwife, rap flow, too lit to drive the tulips behind black roses. With madness, psychosis, back into the foreground, back to orality. The Negro tree. Poems for you and me. The spoken soloist we spake as the origins of white language, and I, and a, and one shifting vowel unconstricted by power, I became uncountable, unaccountably the consonant M beside B, beside G, K, and P. That's how the meanings were shaped into you, into they, into me. By 32 weeks, Shakespeare can say his T's, D's, and W's. It takes his lifetime to viscerally see these as untruths. An octopus of ice. Fuck, dude. Baraka was right, but not about Jews, about autumn and the night. Their god owns the moon. Our project is the fight to decolonize this music, symbolic apartheid. What do you get when you extract from blues its fascism and leave the struggle to the left? Rap music, as done by Kanye West and even Kendrick. Under the water's waves not wet because untouchably fake. I'd leave all Atlanta's women for one shark amid its prey, spitting blood and spitting black language because, as fish in the Atlantic say, bush malay li lesdi she insane. All of us insane, psychotic as Will as Blake beside the modern Milltown, unbounder more still than Milton, though his power forming an internet the fish could swim through. Unforgetful of that opening vowel, though, that E, its power over me so bound by the OED, nigga. Le partage de l'Afrique. These dark characters of black streets, tedious argument wrapped in Bantu meanings, with my strong Niger lager through a Nigerian thought world, ignoble voice plainly stating opioids on Maine and Hastings, and narcotic poetry, epistemological and sound production, twiddling knobs around discovering more truths and knowledges behind the mixing boards of human consciousness or mind. So Antony entered that stage in Cleopatra primordial, a black face to mask his eyes' inordinate glow. The poet's makeup savage to disguise his form below. The fisherman learning the fish language blurted out the gill's reversal. The tuna roaring wildly, pleading for their lives to Gloucester. The human world alive and reading more of Mein Kampf. Not halibut spending their lives underwater, but Maximus defending the lines of his swastikas. Hi Cleopatra, clap those fins for a fisherman. Mighty Antony a-going swimming for his woman. Iambic feet below the ripples and projections of intimacy post-death. Still so together, holding teacups of the sugar, holding those helio pleasures, holding Rhodesia together. The sugar mill, Dante, and niggers walking in a ring. Speaking in fish to his Gloucester man. Woogly shup bul shem. He'd never wanted more to be a merman. Standard tuna became the fish lingua franca during the 50s. Its alphabet once a mystery, now somewhat less fishy. The glyphs have meaning, borrowed from an older undersea dialect of sign language. Tuna fins once represented by triangles, the gills by lines and bubbles. The tuna movement is all about the here and now, as in the Swahili tuna, meaning we have. The white race formed speech from one meaningless vowel, the I. They formed these plums and blue flowers. White History Month. Some say the white race was born in darkest Africa, perhaps grown among a garden of magic nuts, and first dangling from the arbor of Jacob's love, though white historians contend the world came afterward. But the truth, it wasn't until the 1500s by Andrew's watch that white people grew defined beside blackness. The truth, it wasn't till black hands were manacled that groovy hippies in jackets of calico knew who they were beside the slave-scarred back's bloody language. And Baruch's words lighted a flame behind Baruch's mask, a structure that hates me. Slave spears history of the white race. Pages we give to the fire in rage, not indifferent to his naive, truth-oriented Platonism, the idea of music made just to hymn existence ridiculous. The white race in truth swims the best, but can't quite stay afloat by the 8200s. All the news fit to dry the insides of his suede shoes, disgusting. Of journalism I say, make it new. The French word new, meaning not, and not the negative, but meaning togetherly fused, confusing the lethe water simplicity, my elite, the analytical-minded Negro spiritualized telekinesis within the limits of reason alone, i.e. Marx moving history with his mind, or Christ making move history from the mount, opposed new journalism to physical vapidity, work that does not count for anything outside the mountainous whispers of nothingness. Yo, is no art better than great art, and more effective than playing the smarty pants? What even is the point of having thoughts? My critique of rap music and rap snobs. If crack were integral to the blues, then hats off. But that's never been true. That's capitalism gone mad for going wild. Now, here's our dramatis personae. Antony the fisherman and Cleopatra some mermaid. Her family tree has fish and birds in it. These two actors and a chorus of slaves. Olson and Gloucester recording all he says of neo-Pangeanism. If we step as one polis upon the shore and push, the continents could be ours to love as one power divvied up. Let's resurrect my parents in the town of Happy Gloucester, where I was a fucking boss as a lad back before the war. Transvestigating nouns in the French language, not German with neuters, no non-binary languages. Just make French straight, sis.
Mirroring God as Smirnov, his clearest thought, not beer but vodka. This illogic, yo, I don't want to bother the dead, and I know you've got a God complex, though you may applaud the last poets. You're so maybe not the man to show us the poem of stockbrokerdom and all our ownership. I hope if a bomb explodes on them and it's all unwoven, the robot soldiers controlling thought with force, as Noah's Ark, his boat adrift, his glow-in-the-dark poetry, this lunarly narcoleptic orbit of the dark center of your myth. I hope the robots glitch, and that's not just a threat. It's a prophecy and a bet. These dollars and pennies on apocalyptic entropy tossed into the frenzied gathering reverie, channeling Jan Svankmeyer's energy in that the way his letters read is animated and 3D. Kingly, this think piece of ink that drips trippingly from this tongue tip. tip, 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 tip. The king of another realm. Give me my props, friends. It's obvious, or go fuck yourself. This is the water, this is the well. Is the song not sinking itself? Was there a fatherly physics behind his unconscious imagism? Was his art really Cartesian? Was the bard's weird rap not really radical? His ennui was black, though de facto political. Whether he planned it so or didn't at all. Picasso in his box, this Afro pickpocket, thinking Kant entertainment, pontificating, phronemo-analytically speaking on empty, these dream thoughts aplenty, seesawing between the we and the one, collectively, sexily, as in the wet sex, as in sex within the sea foam of phonemic moments, meaning unknown to them, meal of mobile nomenclature, these comatose neighbors, words as the motor of a Roman road or a railway of prayer. A failed statement, phatic, symptomatic of late-stage capitalism. The flames they can't absorb, as the fables in his rap were more than anamorphic camera distortion, wrapping into the lens another random image structure to latch onto another word, the gathering structure serving to hand these other versers a savage bludgeoning, wrapped in his muttering fashion you wore as the panther uniform. Not Chadwick but Kaluuya as Hampton, or the dude himself. Steve Brule, for your health. As Plato decides the way I must know the forms, he made for us divine shapes, dinosaurian eighth notes, flying yea high in the Orpheum, Beethoven's ninth, a strangely writhing ocean, grayish golden, the rhyme play in my poems, Baby Yoda, with the diamonds they might have stolen from Angola. That's if I made a heist film in space for real, though filmic times made of light, I think. It's Friday night and I'm listening to Stankonia with Heidegger's basic writings, the later concepts, as primates fighting awaken deep thought. 'Tis nigh 8 or 9 or 10, the tape recalling, the wine into grapes on the vine again. Am I the great Leviathan, great-grandfather? Time is waving pines in the wind. Dry wit, hopscotching within the rhyme stricture, awesome with ridiculous, entwined in literature, quantumly physicalize the wizard in the middle of the night as the dippers. My niggards, to the schizophrenic mind within us, give as many dimes and nickels as you can find within your coats. Yo, I didn't make this sign just to tickle. This declining zipper, shining as piss in the snow. Scientific as Mao, literary how, like these weird words amuse you. As a theater of cruelty to readers of Proust, confused over beers as he muses in music too fluid, the unicorn of truth, 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 unicorn of truth hidden in the blueberry thicket. Pretty, pretty numinal, oh, isn't it?